Hello and welcome to the Box Office Buddies podcast with me, Dan, and I'm joined by Faceless
Howdy.
and Grug.
Me.
Just starts barking at the beginning. Bro, can we save our barking for the end?
Do we need to save it for Charlie the Wonderdog?
Yes. At number 10 this weekend, we have Is God Is with 2.22 million domestic. There are no international or worldwide numbers right now. I'm not sure if it even has a plan to be released international or worldwide. I know it's not coming out in my country anytime soon. What do you guys think about this opening?
I'm surprised it's even there at all.
I made it to 2 million. I'm kind of surprised.
Sheer willpower. I only saw advertisements for it before the Oscar movies that I saw.
Yeah, I really like the idea of this movie. Like, I would enjoy seeing it, but I don't have the chance to.
It's good. Zero international appeal, especially and I hate to say this, but I noticed that a lot of very black oriented films don't really have a lot of international appeal, and this is a movie that's very much in that line. It's a very good film. It's also very, we could see it being very off putting for a lot of people and audiences. I could see being probably I'm just going off. I don't remember what I what I saw, but I'm pretty sure this was kind of divisive for audiences. Yeah, it's really good, but at the same time, I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, no one's seeing this except for me. So in ninth place sits In the Gray at 2.93 million in its opening weekend. Oh gosh, that's bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, good God.
Technically, this is the second biggest Black Bear distributed opening. Now, granted, they only have 3.
There's the top 3, baby.
So, number 1 would be Shelter at 5.53 million. Number 2 is In the Grey, and then Christie is number 3 at 1.31 million.
I also saw this movie. It is very generic. It's kind of fun. At the same time, I feel like for a Guy Ritchie movie, it's very kind of toned down almost. I think this movie has how would you say it? I feel like this movie has no appeal if you're not watching this on Netflix. This is a movie your dad'll turn on Sunday afternoon on a rainy day. But this is, and plus the distributor and how this movie just kind of got shelved for a while. I'm not surprised. This movie kind of had it written all over it with all the production stuff.
Hey, the Guy Ritchie slop train keeps on churning. I'm excited for his next serving of slop.
Me too.
Number 8 is the original Top Gun, not Top Gun Maverick. Really?
I think for some reason they have been reporting it as both.
Yeah, they've been combining them. Yeah,
and it's all going toward the original.
It made 3.31 mil, and now it has 185.47 million domestic, 176.99 million international, and overall it has 362.47 million worldwide. So worldwide it made 9.9 million this weekend, and so it's 11.59 for the re-release as a whole.
International, it actually did 6.4 million. So it did pretty well internationally as well.
That's kind of surprising.
Hey, they really like Top Gun Maverick as well, to be fair. I mean, it got to what was it, 1.4 or 1.5 billion? I think it was 1.4. It got really high. And international help. I don't think this changes its position in terms of 80s box office or anything. It's just an extra little chunk of change towards its total, which is nice. And plus, I'm sure it was nice to see in the cinema on the big screen again.
except for the fact that it's the original Top Gun. But
People were watching the second one as well.
Yeah, I saw some tickets sold.
The good one.
The good one, yeah.
Talking of good movies, at number 7 this weekend, we have Project Hail Mary, 4.05 million, down 39%. It continues its streak of not dropping more than 41%. 335 million domestic, 333 international, an incredible 668 million worldwide. Domestic, it's number 90th over Spider-Man: Homecoming. Worldwide, it's a little bit further behind at 172, but it actually just passed Ice Age 2: The Meltdown there as well.
Huge.
This will be the only time Ice Age will be mentioned on this podcast until the seventh one comes out.
Until February.
Well, I mean, I think that one was good, if I remember rightly. I think it did go downhill from like Dawn of the Dinosaurs onwards, if I recall.
Let's just talk about Ice Age for a sec. Let's pause the pod. Who cares about Vox Office?
Let's talk about Ice Age for 20 minutes.
Tell me you're keeping this in.
I can keep this in. That's fine. Who out there loves Ice Age? Let us know.
Me, I've only seen 2 of the movies.
I have seen all of them.
Including Buck Wild.
Yes.
Oh yeah, real quick. Yeah, Project Hail Mary passed Oppenheimer. Good job. Anyway, number 6. the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It made $4.5 million this weekend, a 32% decline from the previous frame, for a 418.67 million domestic total, 547.93 million international, for a global total of 966.6 million. Currently sits at the number 42 spot for all-time domestic. It passed Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom very recently, along with becoming the number 66th highest grossing movie worldwide of all time, passing the Battle of the Five Armies, the Hobbit one. And for you, Grug, I hope you realize now that puts Battle of Five Armies at number 67.
Perfect. Whole section. There's what a bunch of dog shit, bro. Triple hitter. Mario Galaxy is the best of these.
Hey, 966.6 million. That's the devil numbers in there as well.
No, yeah, I can't show my kids the Mario movie.
Number 5, we got The Peak Detectives, aka the Sheep Detectives, and made 9.57 mil, which is down 37% from last week. Domestically, right now, is 29.92 mil. It's just about to cross 30. And internationally, it's also about to cross 30, but it's at 29 mil, which makes the total 58.92 million worldwide.
Sheep Detectives, this obviously 37% drop from last weekend with previews. Without previews, it was a 31.9% drop, which is incredible. I mean, it obviously didn't start that high, but, you know, it's good that it's not falling too far. In terms of Amazon MGM's biggest hits so far, it's actually already number 10 domestically, below Crime 101, which made 36 million, and Working Man, which made 37 million. So it's probably going to pass those very soon. Worldwide, it's at number 9, and it's also behind Crime 101 there, which made 70.4 million worldwide. So yeah, so it's going to climb these charts a little bit, I would.
Why the hell is Red One number 2?
Glory to I love the gap between Red One and Project Hail Mary.
And both fronts, holy shit.
$240 million gap.
At number 4 this weekend, we've got Mortal Kombat 2, which did 13.4 million, down 65% from last weekend. It's at 62.23 million domestic, 39 international, for a 101.23 million worldwide haul so far. It has passed the remake. It's passed the 2021 remake domestically, 42.33 million. It's also passed the worldwide total of 84.43 million. But to show how kind of lopsided the international figure is, it still hasn't passed the international of that film, and that did 42.1 million international. It's close. It's gonna pass it soon, but like it's already like 20 million ahead domestically, and it still hasn't passed the international. That was like a 50-50 split. This is going to be like much more than 50% domestic.
I kind of wish this movie was doing better.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Bro just threw in a spoiler for no reason. I mean, why?
I said spoiler warning. Rest in peace to that one guy. He didn't deserve it.
Yeah, rest in peace, my granny. She did get hit by a bazooka, to be fair.
Oh, by the way, Iron Man dies.
That Darth Vader is Luke's uncle.
The Gunkle. Luke's Gunk.
Yeah, his Grungleman.
To his pinches.
His Grungleman used to his pink.
Faceless, take us to number 3, please.
Number 3, Curry Barker's feature film debut. No, it's not. His theatrical featured film debut, Obsession, which opened to a surprising 17.2 million domestic, 7.66 million international, for a 24.86 million worldwide opening, and that currently puts it at, well, no, not currently. This is final. It's the 9th biggest opening for Focus Features, ahead of Coraline and right behind Downton Abbey, the grand finale from September. So this movie was made for about $750,000 to $1 million, and Focus got it for about $15 million. And this is going to be a very, very, very easy profit.
This movie, it's just it's essentially Reddit nice guy gets a wish.
Reddit nice. Thank you for representing all the Redditors out there.
Looking at these like Focus Features openings as well. Now, the biggest one was like 31 million. That was the original Downton Abbey film. But there's some like unlikely films. I didn't expect The Strangers to be at number 5 with 21 million.
Strangers.
And that's the original Strangers, not the Strangers Chapter 1.
Yeah, the original one that like actually was kind of effective.
Number 2 is The Devil Wears Prada 2, with 17.85 mil gained this weekend, is down 57% from last weekend. The Mother's Day push was real hard. Holy shit. It has made 175.71 million domestic so far and 369.91 million internationally, which totals to a 545.62 million worldwide.
So this is an incredible haul for like a comedy movie made for $100 million.
It's getting to 480. This is how it can still get to 480. He's not here, but spiritually.
Just an update on that. It's currently now 36.6% of the way there. So, you know, it's chugging along. It's going to get there at some point very soon, I imagine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is probably going to end up around Mamma Mia numbers. Maybe slightly higher. Which, yeah, I mean, it's more than fair for Disney. I'm sure they're really loving this performance.
They're loving this before it all comes crashing down with with Mando.
Okay, for number 1 this weekend, we've got Michael coming back to the top spot. It's at 26.14 million for the weekend, down 31%. Domestic is 282.81 million. International is up to 423.96 million. And the worldwide total is 706.77 million. One major thing about this past weekend is obviously it fell 31% domestically. It opened in Korea. I think it did like 5 million in Korea. Overall, the weekend was 60.6 million international, which was down 0.2% from last weekend, which is insane. This is having a very, very strong international legs.
I feel like even though there's people that are like definitely like against this movie, you know, for obvious reasons, it's still just I feel like if you care about the box office and movie theaters, you can't really be upset. This is making so much money, and I remember thinking back when this was tracking, people were like, "Ah, man, this tracking's not looking good. 40 to 50, it's not gonna make any." I'm just like, no. I never believed in that. I always believed in the walk-ups. I always knew they would come in, and boy, I'm in big time. This is, I think it is on its way to, I think it's reasonable to say that this might be on its way to 350 domestic.
I think that's very reasonable. Also, you know, 1 billion worldwide, which I honestly think this and the Super Mario Galaxy movie has been a little annoying to talk about the billion question, because like There are people who like obviously don't want this to make $1 billion, and that's fine. Especially with the Mario Galaxy movie, because come on, that shouldn't be making $1 billion. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was like that big of a. It wasn't that big of a chance that it didn't make it. Especially like after the first 3 weeks of legs, I feel like we kind of know. It's got less than 300 million to make, and it's made 125 million in the past week. And it hasn't opened in Japan yet.
Yeah. No, this is with how it with the international hold, I do not see that this like suddenly just has some drop off. I think it's also gonna get decently like because like now since Memorial Day is like I guess officially the quote unquote kickoff and like school's starting to get out. It's gonna be playing for quite a bit of time left. Still got plenty of juice left.
I don't believe it's going to start losing screens straight away when like Disclosure Day and stuff. It's going to lose cinemas obviously, but it's not going to like lose 2,000 in 1 week.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is cooked next week.
Oh yeah, it dropped 87% this weekend.
But let's move on to our reviews for this week. This week, I watched a little film called Charlie the Wonderdog. So this was in previews in the UK on the 15th and it was the 16th and 17th, and then it's out properly next weekend. So obviously this is about Owen Wilson as Charlie the Wonderdog, of course. Because who else would you cast in a animated movie about an all-powerful dog? He gets abducted by aliens and he comes back with superpowers. There has to be a cat that's evil. And this cat's called Puddy and he's, fat. Because that's funny. Some scenes in this movie are kind of a bit like a fever dream, and I'm not sure if they actually happened. Because I had to make notes of certain things that happened. So there's a character in this that is played by a woman, the president. Already this is far more progressive than the actual real life America. But then also this female president is kind of like a Trump kind of character. So at one point she says, "Make dog food wonderful again," which I'm not sure what they were going for with this.
Subtlety does not exist.
I think maybe they were trying to make adults laugh as well, but like I was gonna say, what adult is gonna watch Charlie the Wonderdog? I watched Charlie the Wonderdog.
This is a baby movie.
There was 2 other people at my screening of Charlie the Wonderdog, and they were both like over 40 years of age. I was the youngest there, and I'm 25.
How does that even happen?
It nearly happened with Pig as well. In the movie, there is a dog that identifies as a cat. And, obviously that's supposed to be like a joke. Hee,
Scary Movie 6.
Lemo, they, them. Shut up, them. There's also, like, in a courtroom, there's, like, an AI video that plays. And I think they're trying to make commentary on it.
I thought this was a movie about a dog with superpowers. Stuff like is happening.
It's like, it's obviously a really bad deep fake. And they're just, like, in court because Charlie the Wonderdog has been cancelled.
What? Wait, what is this movie about? This is not at all what I thought was. What?
There's like this streamer character that shows up like through bits and pieces, and like at first, obviously, she's like, "Oh, I love Charlie the Wonderdog. He's so good. He's so nice and kind. Blah blah blah." And then like there's a point where she goes, "You're cancelled." About Charlie the fucking Wonderdog. And dog with fucking superpowers.
Are we for real?
Are we dead?
The powers aren't really that well defined either, because I think he's obviously supposed to be kind of like Superman, but kind of spoilers, but not particularly. I mean, who the fuck cares about spoilers about Charlie the Wonderdog? Nobody fucking seen it. If you actually cared, you would have seen it. So at the end, he like uses laser eyes, but I'm like, you literally never use that power in the rest of the movie. I didn't even know you had fucking laser eyes. Why do you suddenly have laser eyes at like just as the end credits start rolling? One character says that I forget who they were talking about. It might have been Puddy, the evil fat cat. The Trump character says that he's dressed like Liberace. I was like, No child.
What?
I mean, there wasn't a child watching it, to be fair. But
Yeah.
I was just saying, no child is gonna get that reference. And then I really like near the end when the cat says to Charlie, "Didn't I cancel you?" in the end fight. Like, bro, like you keep coming back, but I cancelled you. So, overall, this movie about dogs is dog shit. Although I did kind of find entertainment in it, in how bad it was, so I did give it a 3 out of 10. But it's still really bad. And hey, if anything, it shows that I'm not gonna give any random animated movie a 7 out of 10, and I gave Pets on a Train 7 out of 10. So
What about Grand Prix of Europe?
that's ass as well. Everyone should watch Pets on a Train. That's my thesis statement from after watching Charlie the Wonder Dog.
You know what's a fine anime movie you could also watch? We're not reviewing it here. Swapped. It's pretty good.
So we've got 2 recommendations that aren't Charlie the Wonder Dog. Do not watch Charlie the Wonder Dog. Let it rot. It deserves to rot.
Now, I debated whether I should talk about Is God Is or the movie I'm about to mention because nobody's seen either of them. Oh, just because I decided, we already brought up Is God Is, earlier. Like, you know what? I think I will talk about this one instead. Probably haven't heard of this movie, but it's called LifeHACK. It's basically these teenagers on Discord. Yes, Discord. they like scam people online, and they devise this plan to steal crypto out of this like Elon Musk stand-in, and then it gets very messy. It gets very messy. It is a lot of fun, very tense, but it also gets the internet right. You'll just like the main character will just open his folder to find something, and then like off to the side you'll just see like some art of like very suggestive art of like anime girls. And he's very much like a recluse. Just lives in his room. Like there's this girl that he likes, and she's on Tumblr, and it's all these like really edgy Tumblr like really edgy posts. And the fact that like I could not believe I was witnessing like the Discord, like hearing the noises in a theater. Like it was kind of beyond me that I was seeing all of that. Yeah, no, it's a really good movie. I could tell this movie didn't have a lot of big distribution behind it. It doesn't change the fact that it's still a very good movie, and I think it's not playing near you. Definitely watch it when it's on digital, but make sure you watch it on your computer to enhance the experience. Because they do, there's a lot of fun stuff on the computer. Kind of like if you like searching, missing, any of those kinds of movies, not War of the Worlds.
I think yes, War of the Worlds.
You know what? Sure, if you like War of the Worlds, sure, it's definitely it's definitely very good though. I give it a recommendation.
So, Obsession, if you do not know, is a movie about this guy. You know, he's kind of lonely. He has a crush on one of his friends who very clearly does not like him back. He buys this thing called a One Wish Willow in an attempt to, and well, he buys it for her as a gift, but because a bunch of stuff, whatever. He buys it, and then he ends up like making a wish on it for her to fall madly in love with him. He doesn't think it's gonna work, obviously, because horror movie it works, and then the movie is just batshit insane from that point on. I knew almost like nothing going into this movie. I think the only thing I'd seen was like the teaser. If I were to, so let's start off. Let's make a comparison to another movie from last year. I think also made by a YouTuber, if I'm not mistaken. It's 2025's Bring Her Back. Great movie. Would never watch again. Obsession is an even better movie that I would definitely not watch again.
Yeah, this is very Filippo Brothers coded in terms of how just evil it is.
Well, first of all, I'll say every single actor in this movie is just like amazing. From like from Michael Johnston just has like this like loner, like as I kind of said earlier, Reddit nice guy character to like especially like I mean, she's not going to get nominated for Best Actress. Like, there's just no way in hell this is getting nominated for anything at the Oscars. But like, ugh, Indy, how are you? I don't know how
Indy
to
Never
pronounce
Ready.
it. Indy Never Ready. All right, yeah. She's like, her performance absolutely like fucking carries this movie. Is insane. The way she's able to just like act out these scenes as like, well, like being possessed essentially. I'll just say this is a minor spoiler. This is a big part of the movie. How she's able to like both play this like entity character is like it's a creepy, obsessive like girlfriend, and then able to flip back into like her original character, who she like originally is in the movie. Always like every single time it happens is like so jarring, but like in such a like good way.
Very tense. Like there's always a moment where like you're wondering when it happens for the first time, you're on edge because it can happen like anytime.
I was at first convinced that like she was like a skinwalker for some reason, but like, and no, it becomes like very quickly becomes clear that it's not that.
I think one thing I like about the movie a lot is the fact that the main character, the bear, he's obviously desperate. He's like, would you say he's kind of a representative of like the male loneliness, stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
The self-inflicted male loneliness epidemic.
But I also feel like he does a good job. Corey Barker does a good job portraying Nikki Freeman as not just scary, as like an entity, a possessed nightmare of an obsessed girlfriend, but also as a victim as well, because she is very much a victim in this movie
Oh boy, is she.
of something that she did not want in the slightest.
I don't think anyone would want this, TBH.
I think there is conversations here about some of the things that he does with her, where it's like, okay, maybe it's not good for the podcast, but like, obviously
We know if you've seen it, you know what we're talking about.
she's not in the body, but it's still,
Like WandaVision, kind of.
yeah, it's kind of a worse version of that as well, because it's a horror movie, but like you see things in here that they do together, and you're like, that's not right.
Shaking my head to know that I do not agree.
There's just like so many scenes like where it is both like just hard to watch, but you also just you can't look away.
Well, the Jenga scene, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Jenga party scene. I mean, any scene where they're in the bedroom is just like hell. I mean, the whole ending sequence. The car.
So much tension. They're like once it gets to a point, there's just constant tension, and you never really know what's gonna happen, because there will be times where it'll just like there will be like a shot with a lot of like empty space, and you're just looking, just a scene that lingers, and you're just like almost like waiting for something to happen, and maybe it happens. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and that's
It's a movie that got me to look in the background a lot.
yeah, kind of reminds me of like not Lawn Lights as much, because that movie thrived like on the negative spaces because it was like the Wes Anderson horror movie, but this one definitely like oh, in the center of the shot, and then like ooh, something in the background. It'll be like, I don't know how to put it. I guess the best way I can put it is like a lot of times it's like there will be things that are just out of focus too, and that's equally as effective. Like it doesn't sometimes it doesn't have that like it doesn't fully have that negative space, and sometimes it's just in the like out of focus.
Yeah, I think one of the best examples is like when they're in the shop, and like he's talking to what's his name, Ian. He's talking to Ian about how she's like gone crazy and she might be on drugs or whatever. It's not really a spoiler. It happens in the first act. But she's in the background of that shot, like just staring.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the ones I was talking about, and it's out of focus. There's never a time where it goes, like, in focus. It just lingers on that shot where you can tell that she's still looking. She never looks away once.
It is also, I'll say this, it's not like Barbarian or Weapons where those are like those have like big like funny moments, but I will say there are little bits of comedy in this movie, and when they hit, they hit. Like I'd say most of the Jenga scene is like disturbing, but the one part I found funny was when the chair pulling.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
Like the way that scene just slowly goes.
or like her. I thought her face was kind of funny too.
Well, I would say that's more like it's like a stressful situation kind of funny. If I were to say like just actually funny moments, it'd be like the one scene later in the shop with that one worker,
Yeah, that scene's great.
and like one of the last parts with his when Bear's with his friend Ian, and he makes a wish.
There was that one part. It's they have it in the teaser. It's kind of like it's taken straight out of a sketch. The scene, the Curry Barker, the director, makes a voice cameo as like a guy receptionist on the phone for this company, and his deadpan delivery is just incredible.
Oh, I think it's also like there's something that happens with a cat that was very like uncomfortable, but also kind of very darkly funny. I think.
Yeah, there's some dark comedy to that.
I won't go through what it is, but you'll know when you see it. Which everyone should see this movie, I think.
Do not see it on a date. I've seen some posts about people seeing it on dates. I don't know if you should do that.
That's like I think. All right, real talk. Would you rather see this or like Hereditary or Midsommar on a first date? I think I'd probably pick this over like any Ari Aster. Well, yeah, those Ari Aster.
Bo is afraid, bro.
Yeah, Bo was afraid first date.
Either way, I think we all gave this movie a 10 out of 10.
Yes, we did.
Go see this. Go see Cheap Detectives. Go see Mortal Kombat 2. Most of y'all in America can't even see Charlie the Wonder Dog anymore. So
Even if you could, just don't.
See, he has got his. See, LifeHACK if it's in one of the like few hundred theaters playing it.
Basically, go to your local cinema and see a movie.
if your cinema is still playing Animal Farm, don't go in there unless you want to buy the 1,000 tickets for 15,000 from Animal Farm. Who wants to hear me talk about Animal Farm for another 15 minutes?
No. With that, we're gonna move on to our predictions. Faces, what are your predictions for next week?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me, Dan Deet 2000. My numero cinco. I have The Sheep Detectives at 6.87 million. Numero cuatro. I have The Devil Wears Prada 2, like around 10 flat. At 3, I have Obsession, around 10.2 mil. I can explain that in a sec. Number 2, I have Michael at 17.3. Number 1, I have Grungelman, 71. And I think with Obsession, and this will factor into why I did this. So I heard that, like in New York and stuff, in some bigger areas, people were actually struggling. That there might have been a capacity issue to find seats, and that might explain why it dropped so little on Sunday in certain areas that there was like capacity issues, and also word of mouth is just going ballistic on this. So I think that this thing I believe in over 10 mil next weekend. I believe in it.
One thing we didn't mention earlier when we were talking about Obsession in the box office section was that it got an A- cinema score, which is rare for a horror movie.
Yeah, we've seen like 3 in like the past year with like Sinner. Well, I mean Sinners was over a year, but you know what I mean. Like Sinners, Weapons, and this. Like it seems like horror movies are like.
Bone Temple.
Oh yeah, Bone Temple. That's 4. Oh my gosh.
That's a based pick for an A- cinema score. Yeesh. Grug, what is your top 5?
I'm glad you asked. All right. At number 5, I have Sheep Detectives. I think it's going to make 6.9 mil. And then number 4, I also have, I agree with Faceless here, Delaware Spotted 2. I have about 10.2 million. It's a little bit above. Probably going a little high here with the Obsession at number 3, but I have put down 10.5 million. Number 2 is, of course, Michael with I believe it could get like closer to like 20, so I put like 18.72. And of course, number 1, Grungelman and Binkus, negative $45. That's what it's making. It will still make number 1 because Disney's going to rig it, but it won't. This will be its true number. Whatever numbers they say it is, they're lying. They are lying. They are lying. Okay, my actual prediction is 67.67 mil.
But I have the Sheep Detectives at 7.18 million, down 25%. I have Obsession at 9.98 million. I'm a bit lower, not too much lower though. Down 42%. Devil Wears Prada I've got at 10.17 million, down 43%. Michael I've got at 18.04 million, down 31%. And I've got El Grungelman and Debinkus at 66.6 million. Devil numbers for an evil
slop.
I say evil because I saw the video of Grogu doing 6'7", and now I just need this movie to flop. And do you know what? Next week we'll have Jussie here to talk about all things Grungelman and Binkus, because I'm sure he has a very, very good insight into the Star Wars universe as a Star Wars superfan himself. But either way, that's next week. We're wrapping up this week. We've gone through our predictions. Thank you to anyone who is listening to us rant on. I've been Dan. I've been joined by Faceless.
Howdy again.
or goodbye.
Howdy again.
I was trying to think of something and I just came to that.
And also Grug.
Yep. I have one last message. Free Palestine.
So true, Queen. Goodbye, everyone.